This is another in a series of Microsoft Office training clips.
Hey, I'm going to talk about using logical functions in Microsoft Excel. This is going to be a discussion about using the if statement. If a condition exists in the spreadsheet, we can return a value if the condition is true, or another value if the condition is false. We're going to look at the arguments associated with the if statement, apply it to a spreadsheet that allows us to calculate a bonus if the sales representatives met the quota. This is the function dialog box listing the arguments for the if statement. The first argument is the conditional test. What are we looking at? The next argument is what happens if the conditional test is met, if the condition is true. And the third argument is what happens if the condition is not met, or if the condition is false. The arguments for the if statement will use names. This concludes that the user has some information about naming ranges in a cell rather than using an absolute reference to a cell address. Let's give it a shot. I've pre-selected the range of cells for the data entry to expedite the fill down process. The formula begins with an equal sign and then the operation typed in lowercase letters. If the syntax is correct, it bounced to uppercase letters. If the total for Bill Gates, G5, is greater than or equal to quota. Notice that text turns green and it matches the cell B20 because of the named range. If the total is greater than or equal to the quota, then, the first comma in the if statement is read as the word then, bonus. Notice the text turns purple. That might be fuchsia, I don't know my colors, and the rectangle appears around the cell B19 representing the bonus because I named that cell. If the total is greater than or equal to the quota, then they get the bonus, else, and 0. Close parentheses. Notice when I close the parentheses, it matches the open parentheses between the operation and the first cell address. To accept the formula and fill down all at the same time, magically, I'll hold down the control key, hit enter, rock and roll. I can have the if statement return text by placing text inside a set of quotation marks. If I go to the formula bar, delete the 0, and inside quotation marks type no, bonus, close quote. When I control enter to accept and fill down, rather than seeing zeros, I see text. Conditional formatting. I can create a conditional format based on values that appear in the cell. This is much like an if statement. If a certain value or text is in a cell, then make something happen. Under the Home tab, I'll go to the Conditional Formatting ribbon and choose New Rule. The Select Rule Type section is at the top of the dialog box. I'm going to choose the second option down, Format Only Cells That Contain. If the cell value is equal to the text that reads no bonus, then apply a format where the font is bold and red. Click OK. Click OK. The text now shows that it's red. Remember, automatic recalculation is in effect. If I change Bill's fourth quarter sales from 1403 to 3,000, he gets the bonus, $1.25, and the format changed because of the conditional format we set. To review, creating an if statement in Microsoft Excel allows a user to evaluate a certain condition, returning information if the condition is met, or other data if the condition is not met.
Another Microsoft Office training opportunity brought to you by the Office of on DellInstitute.com.